Okay. Hi, Maria.
Hi.
I'm Shelby. Nice to meet
you.
Thanks for coming in. So I just wanted to reach out to you because your coaches, as the Volleyball Elite Training Center that you are, go to a lot. I'm a sport psychology professional that's on staff here, just helping out any of the athletes in any way we can. Do you know anything about sports psychology?
No, not really.
Okay, that's totally cool. A lot of people don't. So basically what my job is to help you guys as athletes, and sometimes I also work with the coaches, but primarily you guys as athletes to kind of perform in the upper limits of your capabilities, but also like enjoy what you're doing while you're doing it. So that's especially my main focus for like a lot of my younger performers or athletes, as I like to call them. So how's your day been?
It's been all right. It's been busy. I had practice this morning, and then later on today I have another camp to go to, and then I've got a strength and conditioning session after that.
Yeah.
So it's a full day.
Full day. And from what it sounds like, you've had a lot of these pretty full days.
Yep.
Wow. And it's summer vacation. Are you happy that it's not the school year? Are you like missing school a little bit, or?
Yeah, it's nice to not be in school and have a break from that. But it's still busy days.
Yes, definitely, for sure. Wow. So out of all the activities you do, like what is your, weight room, practice, the private sessions, like what is your favorite session that you do?
I like the private sessions because I get the one-on-one help. I could really use the coach to my advantage to focus on the things that I need help with, particularly as an individual.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like in like the group sessions and stuff, I'm just kind of there doing my own thing. At least when I'm one-on-one with someone, I feel like I get more direct attention.
Yeah, for sure. Do you have anything specific that you want to work on? Do you have like any goals that you're like working on with your coach?
We're working on setting a lot. That's one of the things that I need more help with.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see. Sorry, these are just notes that I took from, conversations with other people. So sounds like you're pretty busy. How tired are you?
Very tired.
Very tired?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you, told anybody that you're really tired?
No, not really. I just kind of, like, some people will ask and I'll let them know that I'm tired, but I still just kind of go through the motions every day, just getting through it.
Have you had these conversations with your mom at all?
No, not really. She's kind of more focused on making sure I'm getting to the camps and getting to practices. She keeps signing me up for things, so I'm just kind of doing it to make her happy.
Yeah, I can see how that's important to you also. How do you think your mom would react if you said, "Hey mom, I need a break"?
She'd probably try and talk me out of it, convince me that I don't need a break, honestly. She might listen, but I've never really tried to have that conversation with her.
Have you ever had like a break from volleyball at all?
There are some times between seasons you get like a week or something off, but nothing really extensive.
Yeah. When you do have that week off, do you, like, at the end of the week, do you feel more refreshed, or do you kind of feel the same?
I feel a little bit more refreshed. I kind of feel like I've lost some of the skills that I haven't worked on. So it's kind
just
of
from a week
tough
off
to take the break. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Let's see. So you're on like a very high level team. Do you like get along with your teammates? Do you like to hang out with them? Can you tell me about that dynamic?
Yeah, so I get along with my teammates. We don't really hang out much outside of practices and stuff. It's just kind of hard to form those relationships, I guess, when I'm focusing on, the drills and the stuff that we're doing in practice. I kind of get in my head a lot with that, and I tend to kind of forget about the other people there. I feel like I need to focus in on myself more during practices and stuff in order to get better.
Can you tell me about like what goes through your head when you, let's say, like do something really well? Like what do you think about?
I get excited. I feel like I'm doing a good job.
Yeah.
I feel like the practice and all the training is worth it. It's paying off. So it's always a good feeling when I perform really well or execute something really well.
Yeah. What about when things maybe don't go your way?
That's tough when things don't go your way. It's easy to feel like the actual opposite of when things go really well. That it's not worth it. It's not paying off. I'm not actually as good as I think I am. Worried about disappointing my coaches and my teammates and my mom and everything, because especially my coach and my mom, they put a lot of effort and time into, you know, helping me and training me, especially with private sessions and things like that. So I just don't want to let them down.
Yeah, I totally understand that. It sounds like you really care, you know, what they think of you and how you do for them. So I understand why that would feel like a lot of pressure. And when you mess up, it would feel like you're, you know, disappointing them. So kind of going back to your teammates, do you ever wish that you hung out with your teammates, or like you just are fine with the amount that you see them?
Yeah, like it would be nice to hang out with them more. Like I have friends outside of volleyball too. Sometimes that gets tough because they don't really understand like the schedule and the demands. And they always want to hang out, but sometimes I have practice or I have camp or other things going on. And sometimes they feels like they just get annoyed that I don't get to hang out with them. I think they think it's because I don't want to hang out with them, but they just don't understand how important this is for me and how much I need to practice and train.
Yeah.
But at least like the teammates and the other girls in the club, they kind of understand that a little bit more.
Yeah, no, for sure. What do your friends that don't play volleyball, like what do they typically do? Or when you're hanging out with them, what do you guys do?
We like to go to the mall, or like go to the movies and stuff. We'll go bowling.
Yeah.
We like to go to the beach. We live in California.
True,
So
yes. Yeah.
we love going to the beach and surfing and stuff. And just kind of hanging out and doing those fun things.
Have you been able to carve away any time this summer so far to hang out with them?
A little bit here and there, not as much as probably my friends would like. They've hung out a lot more without me, because then when I can't be there, they'll still, you know, make plans and do things.
Yeah.
So I've been missing out on some stuff.
Yeah. That sounds pretty tough, but I, you know, can understand how do you ever feel like you're getting pulled in like two different directions, like from your parent, from your mom and your coaches, and then from your friends at all?
Yeah, a little bit. Because my friends will try to like convince me to like skip practice or like just take a day off. But my mom doesn't want me to do that. And I feel like I can't do that because my mom doesn't want me to do it, and I feel like I need to be at practice to get better, to show coaches that I'm determined and that I want to be there and want to get better. But sometimes it'd be nice to just be able to take the day off and hang out.
I totally get that. So do you feel like you, you know, I know you really want to show your coaches like how determined and how kind of committed you are to being like an elite volleyball player. Do you ever feel like there's times where you maybe fall short from showing them like that side of you?
Yeah, I feel like there are times when I could put a little bit more effort in, and I kind of realized that after the fact, that I wasn't trying my hardest, probably just because I felt tired or even just bored with what we were doing, because I do it so much.
Yeah.
So sometimes it feels like I'm letting them down and not living up to my full potential.
Are there ever times where you like are really engaged in the stuff that sometimes you find more mundane?
Yeah, when I'm like doing really well, or like we make it a competition or something, I like to compete and I like to show what I can do in more of the competition setting. So when we do things like that, I tend to have more fun with it.
Yes, and it's fun to win.
Yeah.
I totally get that. So, you know, you've been playing volleyball for, I think someone mentioned to me, 2 years. So over the last 2 years, I mean, you've really like excelled as a player. I've seen you at practice a little bit, and very impressed, but, do you have like any kind of goals for the future for volleyball?
I really want to be able to play in college.
Yeah.
It would be awesome to be able to get a scholarship somewhere, especially just to help pay for college. It would be a big deal for that. So being able to play at like a high level D1 school is the ultimate goal.
And is that something that like your coaches have said is, you know, attainable?
Yeah.
That's awesome. And I mean, I think, you know, you definitely are super skilled, so I can see that being like a possibility in the future, which is very cool. But what, do you ever feel like, you know, you mentioned like having to pay for college, like how does that make you feel?
Just a little bit of pressure.
Yeah.
I know my mom would need the help paying for school, and it wouldn't be as possible without having that help from a scholarship.
Mm-hmm.
So it just feels a little bit stressful to try and be a good enough volleyball player to get a full scholarship to a school somewhere.
And that's a lot, especially you as a middle schooler, to
Mhm.
be thinking about. A lot of like responsibility that you're bearing. Let's see. So over the last 2 years, like, you know, things have gotten more serious. At what point do you feel like they got more serious for you?
Probably about 6 months ago,
Okay.
I really started, like with the start of the new season, it kind of became apparent that I was a little bit better than the other girls my
Mhm.
age, and the coaches started to notice that, my mom started to notice that, and so they kind of started pushing me a little harder, kind of expecting more of me, and then came all the extra practices and camps and one-on-one sessions, started all piling on, and it got a little bit busier and more hectic.
Yes. And since it has gotten more hectic over the last 6 months,
Mhm.
at what point do you feel like you've started getting really tired?
Probably a month or two ago, just
Okay.
kind of having it all like build up.
Especially it's summertime now.
yeah,
You're
with
doing
the-
more.
Yeah, during the summer, without school, there's more time that can be filled with volleyball, and so it all seems to be getting filled up with that. So it's just become a lot.
Mm-hmm. That sounds like a lot, but also, I mean, you know, you've expressed that like you know really want to continue playing volleyball in the future. Do you still love volleyball as much as you did 2 years ago when you started playing?
I do, yeah, and I want to continue playing volleyball. I just wish I could love it again, like I used to.
That's definitely something we can work on over the next, you know, I'd love to work with you over a few sessions at least to just try to, you know, like I mentioned before, it's also having you like perform in your upper limits of your capabilities, but also enjoy the process, right? So it sounds like you've been a little drained from volleyball lately and from all the volleyball related activities. So I would love to kind of hone in on that and try to help you have more fun again, because you know you're a middle schooler, like you should be having fun. Let's see, I guess what I'm wondering is, you know, God forbid you get injured and you lose volleyball completely, like how would you feel?
That would be tough. I don't think I really know what I would do if I couldn't play volleyball. It's been a huge part of my life for so long now, and it's been one of the primary things that I do on a day-to-day basis.
Mhm.
I'm not really sure
Yeah,
how I would handle that. I think
No,
it would be
that's-
really tough.
it sounds like volleyball is like a big part of being a volleyball player, is a big part of your identity as a person. Let's see. So we've talked about, you know, you started playing volleyball 2 years ago. You're, you know, you kind of rose above your peers in terms of your skill level. You were very successful, and it sounded like your mom and your coaches both like kind of saw that like future potential for you, and have dedicated a lot of time and money and effort into giving you every opportunity to work on your skills and your abilities to be like the best volleyball player you can be. Does that sound accurate?
Yep.
Okay, so I think another, you know, you work hard in strength and conditioning in the weight room, like you're working hard at practice, even though, you know, sometimes you're a little tired, and I think working on some mental skills would also be very helpful for kind of enjoying the process and getting at that elite level. I also think how would you feel if I kind of expressed with your mom and your coaches that you've been feeling a little tired and like you can't give your best effort?
Yep, that's okay.
That's okay with you? Okay, cool. Is there anything that we've talked about today that you don't want me telling, you know, being detailed about with your mom or your coaches?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, awesome. Do you have any other questions for me?
Nope.
Okay,
Thank you.
cool. Well, I will follow back up with you later this week, and I hope you get some rest this week.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.